guys, welcome back to Cheers.
We have a life update kind of video
on Chanel's engagement. If you guys couldn't tell by like the title.
just to celebrate. Laura bought this gigantic bottle of wine. Do you want to introduce it to the
It's called Encanto. It's a product from Italy, so it's super fancy.
It's Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio.
And then
we actually don't know how to read that next word.
Lettere Siciliane.
Siciliane,
Yeah.
2017.
And it's 85% Chardonnay
Chardonnay.
and 5%
Chardonnay slay, you mean.
Slang all day. Guess how much this is?
Oh, yeah.
1.5 liters. So Chanel already popped it and is gonna
Ridiculously pour this into a glass. Okay.
This was like $7 at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, we were like, how is so much wine so cheap? Watch it be really nasty.
I know, but I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It smells really dry like a Chardonnay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. And cheers to getting engaged. Cheers. Not bad for $7 and for 1.5 liters. It's a bit too sweet for me. I would think it would have tasted better if it was more chilled. If you're having a lot of people over or just having your best friend over and you guys are both winos,
Then perfect.
Perfect.
No, it's light. Like you can drink a lot of it and you won't.
I do recommend though that you have this like chilling in the freezer or like fridge for like a few hours beforehand.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, if you guys are interested in the update and want to hear about the house and what's going on in Chanel's like engagement slash fiance slash wedding life, then just keep watching. I guess I'll start first because Chanel doesn't know about like the full details of like how this was all planned. But Armando is her fiance. So
I'm just tying my hair, don't mind me.
Yeah, Mondo had this planned. He told Chanel that he was going to like ask her to marry him in 2019. Like this was supposed to be.
Oh yeah, year.
And he first actually told me that he was going to propose to her on their vacation to Mexico, which
Cabo, which we already
yeah.
planned.
Yeah, which was supposed to be in June, I think it was.
Yes.
And then Armando was like, yeah, I'm going to do this for her. Like, can you help me think of like some cute ways to like ask her and stuff like that? And then like that weekend later, I was hanging out with Chanel and she was just like, I have a feeling that Armando is going to ask me in Cabo. And I was like, why do you say that?
No, abort.
And I was like, no, I don't think he's gonna say that. He's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then I like texted Armando after Chanel left my house immediately and I was like, Mondo, change of plans. Chanel, no. And then we had like even said, oh, you know, we're going to do it so that like do it at a picnic so that all of your friends and family would be there. Another idea was to like for him to learn the lyrics to Frozen.
Oh right, the love is an open door.
Yeah, because at the end, if you guys don't know it, it's like,
Will you marry me?
Can I just say something crazier? Will you marry me? Can I say something even crazier? Yes!
Yeah.
And then I was like, you should just like start slowly preparing Chanel to sing that with you so that every time you sing it or when you actually do the proposal, she'll like not expect it and then you'll like be on your knees.
Yeah.
And then, but like that's so not Mondo. So
yeah,
that didn't happen.
Not a singer for sure.
But I was like, dude, if I was marrying Chanel, like that would actually be the way I proposed to her. So he had texted me and then we were like coming up with different ways and then like a few weeks later he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this year. And I was like, bro, leave us a lot of time for planning. Like this, I was getting so stressed.
From what I understand, Laura was in on this whole thing, like leading the way type of thing. So.
Only because Nicole, Chanel's sister, wasn't going to be in town at that time.
She was in Thailand.
Because, I mean, she's the cutest thing with not only her looks and personality, but like the way she plans things out too is so good.
Yeah, she's amazing at planning.
Like if you look at her doodles, like that will just say so much about,
you know?
Her doodles will look like my lace shirt. Like,
really though?
Yeah,
honestly.
Like the intricacy, right?
So good.
But and so what ultimately ended up happening was that Mondo and Chanel, we were supposed to go to freaking Whistler.
Oh yeah.
And Mondo had booked the Airbnb because he was going to ask Chanel in Whistler to get married to him. But then after he had booked it, the next day he texted me and he was just like, I forgot that I got tickets for me and Chanel to go to the Lion, like VIP tickets to go to the Lion King
literally
musical.
3rd row. Yeah.
And like, so that's expensive, you know, and you don't
expensive.
You don't
can't just not go.
Yeah, you don't just not go to it. And so I was like, are you kidding me? Like, everyone was like ready to go to this, blah, blah, blah. We had like the place set out for like where he was going to do it and stuff like that.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, like we had like, we were like choosing between like scenery places and like hiking places and like even like within the village of Whistler, and then we were like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like a really, like it was like this lake, I can't remember the name, but so he texted me that, and then he was like, I'm just gonna, but I want to do it before. He was really adamant about doing it before the 28th for some reason of December.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know why to this day, but he was like,
I don't either. That's such a random day.
I know. And so I was like, okay, dude, as my hair's falling out.
Hate you.
So we had decided that it would be best to do it on that day because Chanel would already be dressed up and looking cute for their date.
For Lion King.
For Lion King, yeah. It would just not be very weird, I guess, for her to like, for him to take her
Get
to,
ready.
Yeah, for not only to be looking good, for him to like be taking her to a nice dinner and whatnot.
And for backstory on that too, it's like whenever we do anything in Seattle, since it's quite a bit of a drive for us, like we always just make a day out of it anyway, because like once you're parked, you might as well just, you know, spend the day, walk around, you know, look at stuff, go do stuff. So it wasn't like out of the ordinary for me to just like
just like
expect
a day or have it be like kind of special.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of ideas of what to do, like where to do it in Seattle, and we were like, oh, Kerry Park, oh, that's kind of cliche, blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't know, like Armando, do you and Chanel like have like a special place that you guys go to and stuff? And then he was like, oh, we go to Palace a lot. And I was like, oh, you mean Palisade, which is a really nice restaurant in Seattle.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I mean Korean barbecue palace.
Which is like not nice at all.
Are you freaking kidding me? You're not trying to like propose to her at Korean barbecue.
Honestly though, he
probably would. He'd probably just get you like a kogi ring.
He's a chukumi to reference.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Obviously he was like joking about it, but I think he was half serious.
He was like, really though, that's the only place in Seattle that we go to.
And then we were like, I was like, what about like the Ferris wheel area? And he was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I did tell her on our first date that I'd proposed to her there, and I was like, are you stupid? Like, of course that's where you would go then.
Yeah.
And then so we decided on that, and then like the details followed later. But even we had decided that, or he had decided that he wanted to do like posters and have like the family involved. We just had the parents hold 2 signs. So Chanel's parents held like a logo of the Chanel sign, and then Armando's parents held a sign that said "Marry Me," and then Chanel's parents had the sign that said Chanel, because obviously that's like
their daughter. Yeah.
And then we had it planned out so that I would be there with Roy to take pictures of the event happening. And so I was like talking to Chanel, I was like, oh yeah, I think like Roy wants to go up to Seattle and make a day out of it too, so maybe we can like meet up or something.
Yeah. So I was like, oh cool, chill, I get to see you before I go to Lion King, great.
And then I was like texting Chanel throughout the day, being like, where are you? Secretly be like, where are you?
I need to know exactly.
And then
could you just like low-key share your location with me?
Yeah, exactly.
Constantly?
No, Mondo was like, oh, can you download that app? But we ended up not downloading it because I was like, the Find My Friends app.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, so we had it all planned out. The night, like, I think it was 3 days before the proposal, I went over to Armando's house with Roy, and then we worked on the signs with the parents. We had planned it out so that Roy also has like did a YouTube channel for a while. He got a mic for his YouTube channel as well. And and so what we did was we put the mic, we gave the mic to Armando, and so what happened was Mondo rode the Ferris wheel with Chanel and then went into the bathroom.
Well, okay, can I tell you backstory, like, just from first person being there? He was like, oh, it's really hot. And I was like, then take off your jacket. And he was like, no, I'll be really cold. And I was like, okay, then why don't you like unzip it? And then he was like, okay. But he like
being super weird about it.
But it wasn't weird. Like I was just like, okay, like why are you like thinking so hard about this? Like I don't understand. Just unzip it. It's not that big of a deal. Like at least some breeze can come in, you know. But
which he ended up doing, right?
Yeah, he ended up doing, and then he like ended up zipping it back up because I think in his head he was like, I don't want something to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was like mic'd up the whole time underneath his clothes.
He had like a colored collared shirt,
Yeah.
a button-up shirt, and he put the mic, I think, within the collar right here.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, and he just taped it on. But the funny thing is that he's not used to like this whole mic or like, you know, this
being filmed
life. And so he was in the bathroom trying to put this on for like 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that, so I actually created like a video, like a slideshow for Chanel and Armando's little engagement party. And so I was editing the video and listening to the mic, and I could hear like the toilet flushing and then him talking to another guy, be like, oh, sorry. Like, yeah, man, yeah, and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't want to listen to the entire thing, so I like fast forwarded.
Yeah.
But
and so I guess he was like setting up during that time, and then meanwhile I was outside like, what is taking this man
like
so long to use the restroom?
What did he eat?
Like we literally didn't eat anything this whole day. I don't understand.
Yeah, she was like, why is he pooping so long?
Yeah, and then I was like, did you go poop? Like finally after 20 minutes of just me waiting outside by myself. And then as I see like all these men like go in and then come out, and I'm like, hello, you have been gone for so long. But apparently like after the whole engagement thing, he told me like he was like dry heaving in the restroom because he was so nervous to ask me.
I didn't hear that.
Which is really cute, but like also like
yeah.
Good thing you fast forwarded.
But anyway, so while that's going on, I'm with the parents. And we were like, I had them hiding in a corner. And then I was like, yeah, when I give the sign, like that's when you guys are gonna come out with the signs and like coordinating that part. And then as soon as Mondo was texted me, he was like, I'm out. I like started walking towards the Ferris wheel, and then I was like, pretend I saw you and Armando first, like Roy and I did, and then I was like pretending to look at my camera, and then I heard you being like, Laura, and I was like, oh my gosh, Chanel, what are you, like, what a surprise!
Wow, what a coincidence that you're here at the exact same time that I'm here.
Exactly.
I'm very gullible.
Well, we were texting each other. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to be at like the Ferris wheel. Maybe we can meet up.
Oh cool, I'm right there. Yeah.
But I just let her like think that she saw me first.
Yeah.
And then Roy, the excuse for me being there was not only because we were making a day out of it with Roy, but like that he was Roy's channel for YouTube is mainly like a design channel, like a review on designs and art and stuff like that. So we were like, oh yeah,
he came at me with some solid facts too.
So his review was supposed to be of the Ferris wheel and like how like we came up with the idea of like, oh yeah, like how it lights up and like the design aspect and like the
and he like straight up told me, he was like, there's only like 3 of these in the world and this is the only one above water.
Yeah, no, he actually looked that up.
Oh,
like,
and then I was like, whoa, okay, like this is interesting. I want to watch this video now. And then it's like, no, it's really not a video.
And then
meanwhile he should really do a video.
I know, actually. And so he was like, oh yeah, Laura, can you go take some pictures of the Ferris? Because I have a camera that takes good pictures and Roy has a camera that takes good videos.
Which is what we do our videos.
Yeah, thank you, Roy.
Thanks, Roy.
Sponsored by Roy. Anyway, so Roy was like, okay, can you go take some pictures over at the Ferris wheel for me? And the whole point of it was for the Ferris wheel to be in the background of Chanel and Armando's proposal. Yeah. And it was awkward because there was this older man who was squidding at that exact spot, and so I had to be like, sir, there's going to be a proposal here in like 2 minutes. Can we just like steal the spot for like just a few minutes for the proposal? And he was just like, just a few minutes? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, because I'm squidding.
Yeah, they take squidding
so seriously. And
I was
like,
anyone who squids in general.
Yeah, he was like, I'm squidding right now. And I was like, okay, yeah, you'll get it back. Can we just like use it for like the picture and stuff? And he was just like, okay, but I get it back. And I was like, yeah, it's like completely yours. So I'm taking the pictures. And then meanwhile, Armando's walking with the mic and saying cute stuff to Chanel.
Yeah, and then that's when I was like, red flag, hold up.
That's when.
Why are you being so cheesy? Because Mondo's like not a cheesy person at all. Meanwhile, I'm just like, yeah. And so I was like, wait, this is very unlike you. Why are you saying like cheesy stuff to me? But then Laura was like quick with it.
I know, like he was like chilling back and just like hanging back while I was pretending to take pictures, and I was like, come on, why aren't they like coming to the spot?
And so that's kind of when my suspicion was like, okay, something's happening right now. But then Laura, right at the time when I was like, you know, building up my suspicions, she was like, hey, come take a picture over here.
Yeah, because I was like, you guys, I'm taking
pictures anyways.
I was like, I'm taking, and I do that all the time.
Yeah, for us.
nice for like any event we're at.
Whenever
so it wasn't
we go,
weird
yeah.
that I was taking pictures.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. So I didn't have time to like act upon my suspicion or like dig deeper, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go take a picture. And you can like totally see it in the pictures that I'm like all into taking the pictures.
Yeah.
And Mondo's like,
And like Chanel's eyes are on the camera, and Mondo's like, "Where are the parents?"
Mondo's like,
yeah. And then what I wanted to happen was that I wanted like them to do a kissy picture where Chanel's closing her eyes.
yeah.
And then during that time, the parents would like come out, and the sign would be behind them. But then the distance between like the pier and like where they were hiding was too far. So
Yeah.
just did the kissy picture, and then the parents started coming out, and then Armando was like, "Wait, what is that?"
Oh,
And
yeah.
turns around, and then she sees the parents,
And I immediately just start
she was like,
falling my eyes
she was
out.
like, "What?"
oh my god, this isn't happening right now.
Yeah. So and then Armando said some more cute stuff, and then
Yeah.
got
and
on his
that's
knees
kind of when the proposal happened.
and then got this ring.
It's very nice.
Very nice. Mondo did good.
nice. He did
It was really funny.
good.
Chanel, that was another part of the story is where Mondo
right.
had gone to Bellevue to go pick up this ring with his best friend James, and they got it from the same place that James got his ring. But that was like the day that Mondo and Chanel were like shopping together.
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, I just have to like go with James really quick because he has like connections. And I was like, connections for what? The only place he has connections for is a streetwear store.
Yeah. Like that, nowhere else, literally.
Yeah.
Or the ring place.
Or the ring place.
Yeah.
So I was kind of suspicious,
Uh-huh.
I guess. But then I was like, no, like, it's not 2019 because he told me he was going to propose to me in 2019. So I didn't even think about
Well,
it.
yeah, because
Well, I thought about it, but I didn't.
And so she told me that. She was like, I think he was like picking out rings
Yeah.
for me. And then I was like, I remember Boy was there too, and I was like, no, like that's weird that he would do that now because he said that he's gonna do it in 2019.
Yeah, so then all of a sudden Laura's tone changed to like, yeah, because she was like, no, he's not gonna do it in Cabo, to like, he will do it in Cabo,
Yeah,
girl.
do you remember
yeah.
that? Yeah. Like at first I was like, he's not gonna do it, and I was like, but you think he's gonna do it in Cabo, so he's probably gonna do it in Cabo. and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And then originally the plan was for him to get it at Costco too.
Yeah, because that was the ring, like, I was like, oh, I like this ring, blah, blah, blah.
You get it at a discount.
It's a
like,
I wanted
whatever.
him to like be efficient with his money, I guess, or
Yeah.
like, you know, be smart with his money. But then his mom was so funny. His mom goes, yeah, but do you want, if someone asks her where you got your ring, do you want to say Costco or Benbridge? She was like, and then she goes, Coach, Louis Vuitton. And I was like,
Yeah.
makes sense.
But then at the same time, you're still like, it's still like Louis Vuitton, but at the wholesale price is what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I get her thing. Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, like you have like a Marc Jacobs purse compared to like a Gucci purse, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I get where that's coming from, and it's really cute that she said something like
Yeah.
that. I was like, oh, that's really
Yeah, to
sweet.
make you feel better about it and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you like really wanted me to have something nice.
Yeah.
So it was just like really, it was touching in
I
that
mean,
aspect.
because the one that Chanel wanted from Costco is a 2-carat like solitaire silver ring.
Yeah.
And
It's like generic because it's from Costco, you know?
yeah,
like,
so what was nice about this one that Mondo did so good on was that he was able to kind of customize it a little bit more, and
Yeah.
the band is a little bit thinner and more delicate.
it's so
for
pretty.
Chanel.
Like
than the
literally,
Costco
this is
one
my
was.
dream ring.
And so this one is like perfect for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then so Chanel was like suspicious about it. Nicole did a really good job of like avoiding it too.
Oh my
'cause
gosh,
she still had
I
suspicions.
yes, I shared my suspicions with Nicole, and my sister's so good at playing stuff off. I don't know, it was just like really cute how all of it came together, and like I'm getting married like this summer sometime, so I'm really excited, and all the planning is underway, and yeah, it's like you're just in a high, I guess,
Yeah.
because now it's like your boyfriend becomes your fiance, and then it's just more exciting, I guess, than like,
Yeah.
oh, this is my husband, you know? Like, this is like,
It's already happened.
I'm getting married, and everyone's like, oh my god, like, let me see your ring, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like everyone around you is really excited, and you're excited, and it's just really fun, so yeah, I love it, and thank you so much for like being a part of the huge like planning of the proposal.
It was so fun.
I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Like, it was just really nice, and everyone I wanted to be there, except for my sister, she was gone, but
I know.
was there, so I
Yeah.
mean, I understand. She was living her life in Thailand, so I couldn't be happier for
Yeah.
her. So yeah, it was just like really fun, and now I'm just really happy all the time. We'll make like a wedding
like cheers to
playlist. Cheers to weddings. Cheers to love.
Cheers to love.
Cheers to love or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that, we'll kind of start that. Just let us know. Okay, well.
And we'll know that you want that by you
giving
us
this video
a like, giving us a subscription and ringing that bell so that you can be up to date with our newest uploads and you know, all that stuff. But yeah.
All right, well, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and thank you so much for staying tuned for this really long video. I'm sure it was very chatty.
Very chatty.
But yeah, we love you guys, and thank you so much for your support and just coming back and watching us every week. So yeah, we hope to see you next week, guys.
Cheers to a good week.
Bye.